hostile environment. These fans are ready to knock them off course. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Arizona Wildcats offense comes onto the field first today. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
And the Wildcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Hand off from the gun. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Might as well give it to him again. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. A running back has it. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
To the air, it's Fafita. Rushes on him. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a third down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So the Kansas State Wildcats offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds the tight end.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
And the Wildcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
Out of the gun, the inside give. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Johnson looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Unloads to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Takes the handoff. It's Edwards. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kansas State.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A 69-yard touchdown drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And that's in Arizona.
That's the end of the period, and Kansas State is on top. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to throw, it's Fafita. Throws to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
QBs like this are so hard to defend. They know what you're doing, and they're getting the ball out fast. They knew they had the corner route. Take advantage. Hit it right now.
The Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. The play action fake. Fires to the tight end. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
Leaves it with the back. Looks as if Arizona will have enough to move the chains.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
The Wildcats pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. A strike downfield. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Caught over the middle. It's Burnett. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO fake. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew that he had the slant throw right in behind him.
Dropping back, it's Fafita. He caught it! And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long, and you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wildcats!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And right down the middle. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the 2nd. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Oakland. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
We'll see what the D does, but this crowd bearing down and getting loud on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but I think just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Got it in the middle, it's Burnett. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
He'll do it himself. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Line is set on third down. Wants to throw. It's Fafita. Safe completion on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Quick handoff. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
That play had zero shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Grabbed over the middle. It's Swanson. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Under fire. Got a man. It's Edwards. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker.
Holding.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, he wants it all. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Kansas State will have to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Makes the grab down the middle. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
The running back made the catch, but that was only part of the equation. He was out of bounds. It's incomplete. Third down.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where...
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. To throw, it's Fafita. Lets it go. Another incompletion on third down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Arizona runs out the punt team.
On to kick it away.
A low line drive and short kick. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. RPO complete to open the drive. Still on his feet at the 45. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. Took just one play, and they got it almost to midfield. First down from the 49. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brown. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
And the slant is really a difficult route to defend against if you're a DB in man coverage, especially when you have no help on the inside. So if you're the offense and you continue seeing that coverage, you might as well keep attacking it just like that.
They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Complete to the right. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. From the red zone, looking for a space. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Johnson wants to throw it. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. Nestled just inside that right upright. And with that, they've taken the lead. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say this has been a fun watch so far in Tucson. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Arizona Stadium.
Arizona set to start this second half. They'll kick it off. Coming out with it, it's Edwards. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those.
There he goes. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have the guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you can tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he heard him.
Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Running free. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
This Kansas State offense is moving quickly down the field. Using his feet. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Looking for room. It's Edwards. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Here comes the noise. Is this crowd doing everything they can to help the defense bear down on third down? Working that wide receiver screen. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. They could tie the game here with a field goal, but instead looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Quarterback keeps it. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. A long way to go for this offense. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Powers ahead, gets 4. He's down at the 10. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Trying play action. Caught near the sticks. It's Burnett. Brought down at the 21, but a really big play there to pick up 10.
Not a lot the defense can do on that one, guys. With this tight end size, he's really difficult to defend on these crossing patterns as he gets downfield.
Ball spotted at the 21. It's 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for a man. It's Fafita. It's complete on the right side. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
Arizona comes out with another 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Hunter.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The pull and throw off the RPO. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And they'll move the chains with the first down, but that might be it for the third quarter. Guys, it's Kansas State who carries the lead into the quarter break. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Got his man downfield. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
And the Wildcats, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Quick strike complete. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive game.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
They'll try to pound their way in. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this defense has given up some yards, getting all the way down here to first and goal, but great job on first and goal. Getting the tackle for a loss and not guaranteeing a pass, but putting this offense in a more difficult situation and trying to end this drive by only giving up a field goal.
The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
It's third and goal and third and long. Back to throw, it's Fafita. Pocket breaking down. They won't let him in. He had a nose for that end zone, but he will be stopped short.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up fourth down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
It's good. Easy call for the ref. All tied up here in the fourth quarter.
And that's why this kid is so automatic. Set him up anywhere on the field, and he puts it right down the pipe.
Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Off the play fake on first down. Oh, they're after him. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
The Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. Johnson looking to throw. Got his man, turning it on. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Well, how about that play? Curl route, and the receiver, as soon as he turned around against zone coverage, the ball was right on him, so he's able to catch it and go get the first.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. To the air on first down. Snagged in the middle, it's Bradley. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Oakley. That's a live ball. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then following up for a massive fumble recovery.
Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
And man, that was an almost opportunity for this defense that you thought he might could get the pick, but I like the way they drop back, they play the pass, they break on the football, and they make sure that the receiver can't make a play.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Caught over the middle, it's Hudson. Timeout call by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And the sideline celebration is on as they've taken the lead in the final minute.
That's a big-time kick. Had to have it. Nice job taking the lead. Nice execution. Now, defensively, you know exactly what you're getting in for. One more stop, and this one's over.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Johnson wants to throw it. Wide open downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot, he's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. So nice to have a target like that.
Card in the backfield, it's Jackson. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Using the quick game. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got the first down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Setting up the screen. Breaks into the open. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans